Hey y'all, peace on earth and love and light to you. This is a pick a card reading for, I'm not sure what the title of it is going to be, but I'm going to tell you what I'm doing the reading for. And this is whenever you've had a situation in the past that has really haunted you and it really paralyze you and stops you from moving forward. The cards on the bottom with the hearts, that's gonna be this actual situation, or I'm gonna try to see what the situation is. The card on the top with Lord Ganesha or the elephant looking figure. If you don't know who Lord Ganesha is, then that's going to be how to get past that situation. So you guys, I thought about doing this video a couple of days ago and even had like a pretty catchy title. Like I was so mad at myself because I'm always trying to think of like a catchy title. So but the thing is, I forgot it, but I talked to Miss Infinite Peace 88 last night, so shout out to her. You guys, when she was one of the first people that I started to watch on YouTube when I was doing pick a card videos, and I've always thought she was just so skilled at what she did. I loved the way she looked at things. I loved the way she looked at the world, and I love everything about her channel. So go follow her, go subscribe, because she would not let you down. Well, you know what? Everybody's not for everybody. Everybody's not for me. So I don't want to just, tell people something and they come back mad at me because they didn't relate, because you know how people are sometimes. But I really feel like she could be for most people because she's like, I just think she's great, so. But the thing is, okay, so be led to a card. Are you led to a card? I'm not going to name them anything today. Just see which one you're led to. And we're going to start the reading. Oh, I also wanted to say something. So there's going to be timestamps on this video. Like most of my videos are timestamped. So you can just fast forward past this part. But I always feel like if I can help someone with my problem, then okay. So I was saying, like, shout out to Infinite Peace who who gave me a reading, and she just really blew my mind away. I'm not surprised because she was like, she's always like, I always resonated with her. So you guys order a personal reading from her. She's great. But I had been holding in something that had really been worrying me like for the past couple of months. And you guys, so the readings that you watch from me a lot of times are like pre-done. I can't get on here and give y'all readings when I'm going through something myself. We all go through something. We're all ever growing. We all have battles and demons that we have to fight. So I wasn't doing any readings past couple of days because I was really worried about a situation. And so the thing is, in my past, I'm going to kind of let you guys in on what it was. In my past, I had all the faith in the world that something would not be taken from me, and it was. And that stuck with me for years and years and years. So fast forward to probably like 10 years later, which would be now. I end up getting something similar to that again, something that I just really wanted. And I'm just paranoid, just so paranoid of it leaving me again. Like literally, I just feel like what happened last time, that time it came at nighttime. It's a situation that came at night and I really wasn't expecting it. So like I just, sometimes at night I freak out, and like sometimes, even in the daytime, like I feel like I hear people coming, and like I feel like I hear people saying stuff to me, and people who are not even around, because I was literally like, I had literally been traumatized. And really, like, I did someone's pick a card reading, and they actually said that in the reading, like, you really been traumatized. And that's what a traumatic experience do to you. Like, I would think I would hear my mother. She didn't have anything to do with the situation now, before or now, but I would think I would hear my mother, even my sister, like, come around a corner to give me some bad news or something like that. Like I would think, all because they're coming into the room that I'm in, or when they're coming inside the house, I'm freaking out because I'm thinking that they have some bad news to give me. And so that's what happens when you get traumatized. And the reason I was traumatized, you guys, because I had all the faith in the world, like that spirit, like I was not connected. The thing was, I was not connected as I am now to spirit. And so hopefully the revelations that I give you today are some of the revelations that I got. And I'm telling you, I wasn't really free from that until last night when I got that reading from Miss Infinite Peace 88. And I would say I'm not 100% because I was traumatized, but she really was speaking to me and really was making me better. And it was because some of the things she said was confirming. When I did a reading on myself, it's hard for me to read for myself sometimes. And I remember she was telling me about the number 5, and I just looked down and it was 555. So that's pretty cool. But the thing was, I don't really believe readings that I do on myself sometimes. I don't really know if I'm hearing the right thing if I'm really stressed out, you know. So the fact that she was confirming some of the things that I heard, I just hope that I'll be able to help you guys out, you know, after this, and help you overcome whatever that is in your past that has left you basically stuck there and you can't seem to get out of that. So and if this reading doesn't resonate with you, then maybe it's just don't resonate with you, or maybe it's just not the time for you to know some things, because sometimes, you guys, we're not meant to know everything, okay? But I'm just happy that I am free. Like I said, I know I'm not 100%, but I know I have been freed from that thing that had traumatized me for years and years, okay? So I'm going to see which one I'm led to go to first. Let's do this middle one right here first. For some reason, it's just looking at me. And I'm going to see what your situation is. Meditate. Okay, so, of course, this is something that you need to do. But this is what I'm thinking the situation is. I feel like someone was a little similar to what I was saying. Of course, this situation has stuck with you and it's in your head and it's just not letting you go. You think about this all the time. This is what this is, you guys. This is more so mental and kind of how you see yourself, okay? It's kind of like you don't whatever happened, that situation force you to not believe in yourself anymore, and you doubt yourself a lot because this situation happened. And the fact that you doubt yourself is because, you guys, whenever we grow insecure, or we grow, or we become not so confident in ourselves or anything in life that happens to us, and we feel some type of way about ourselves, it's because we've been through something traumatic that has not let us go yet, and we keep thinking about that. And probably because you had so much of faith in this situation, I feel like this is a person who has literally spoke something bad into your life. And the thing is, if you wasn't already thinking about yourself, then you would not have believed it, okay? So when I was looking at this meditation card, I'm just looking at the many arms and the many and the many legs down there, or the second pair of arms or the second pair of legs. But the thing is, it just looks like many to me, and I just hear a lot. Like, there has been a lot of people in your face, trying to prevent you from reaching your full potential. And the reason they're doing that, simply because they are haters and they are jealous. And that is what I'm hearing right now. So I'm looking at this master number 22, and I feel like some of you are very intuitive type of people. The mesh number 22 is all about intuition. And the thing is, because you are such a special person, That's why this thing had to come to affect your self-esteem and who you are. So this is your situation. It seems like this is a self-esteem thing and you're having trouble with who you are based on the fact that people have said so many negative things to you that you were already thinking about yourself, and they were just lying, and the thought that you were having was just negative forces coming towards you, trying to get you to stop you from your destiny and from helping other people out. So they were just lies. And I'm telling you, if you were hearing those thoughts, then think the opposite, because that's a lie. So the opposite of a lie is the truth. So just know that whatever they told you to lower your self-esteem, that wasn't true, and it's not who you are. So this next card is going to be how to get out of the situation, and I was already kind of hitting on that, because like whenever you're stuck in your mind about something, meditation is like the best. Acceptance. Okay, so that's what I was saying, you guys. I don't look at these cards beforehand, not all the time, sometimes I do. So acceptance, what was I just saying? Accept yourself for who you are. That's basically all I want to say. 9, 10, 11, 12. I was thinking that number was going to be significant, but I don't know. 9, 10, 11, 12. 12. I know sometimes ones have something to do with new beginnings, um, new doors opening, and it has a lot to do with positive thinking. Twos have everything to do with intuition and faith, keeping faith. Um, So, 1 plus 2 equals 3. 3 is the number 4. Okay, mind, body, the Holy Trinity. Mind, body, and soul. So that's what that is saying. Meditate, okay? And become one with mind, body, and soul. Oh my gosh, I used to hear that so much. Okay? And, like I said, just learn how to accept yourself better. So this is just going to be for a few of you. I'm just looking at Lord Ganesha right now with the banana in his hand, and I know Ganesha loves bananas. Ganesha likes to help people out with extreme situations and help you get by with some extreme situations. And I know one way you can I know one thing that Ganesha likes is bananas. If you are into that and you want to summon Ganesha, and if you have to do more research on that. But I'm just really called to tell someone, like, you need to start working with Lord Ganesha more, Not more, but if you have never been working with Lord Ganesha, then Ganesha is really beneficial, especially to help you get out of extreme situations. So if you're in like a tight financial situation, then I would say call up on Lord Ganesha, get to know. I tell you, one time when I first started to try to work with Lord Ganesha, and I heard him tell me clearly, you don't know me well enough. So I had to get to know him better. So that's all for that one. Which one am I going to go to next? I'm going to go to this one next, just because I know this one has ignore my fingernails. They need to be done. Today is my fingernail day, y'all. So, this came out with 2 cards. Let's see what the situation is. Okay, accept the gifts of the universe. This is what I feel was taken from you. Okay. The fact that it just says accept the gifts of the universe. I feel like Okay, was someone kind of like an Indian giver to you? Gave you something, yeah. And I feel like this, for some of you, not all of you, this has something to do with love and told you that they were going to be one way and they were not that way. They basically took the way they took from you was because they made you give so much of yourself to them and made you, come out of your shell, give your heart to them. And when they came to proclaim to be this wonderful person, they left you feeling like, brokenhearted. They took, some of your heart with them away. It's left you scarred and unable to really, truly accept love back into your life. That's for some of you. And for others of you, I really felt like someone took something physical from you. They gave it to you, you really value it, and they took it from you. It scarred you because you really valued it. So are some of you Tauruses? So a lot of times in my reading when I'm picking up on something, it's like, I don't really know too much about the other zodiac signs. I know enough sometimes to talk about them, but I know how Tauruses are. Like, you take something away from them that they value, they're like crushed because Taurus is like, they're, you think that they are material. Well, they are in a way materialistic, but the way that a Taurus is materialistic because a Taurus can really see the value in things. Like, they really, it's not like you give them a pen, it's not just a pen to them, if they really into pens or whatever. Or, if you give them a pet, it's not just a pet to them. Maybe this is just like a companion, a friend. You know, that pen was a specific pen for them to write down, poetry with or something. So some people or whatever it was, someone took something from you, and I feel like it's something that they gave to you, or somebody took it, or somebody else took it from you. And I was picking up on something else. Okay, so I remember. You guys, I pause the video to think sometimes because I feel like the video will be too long if I just, sometimes I have to hear what spirit is saying. So the thing is, I was hearing, this is also someone, loved one passing. And you feel like this person was just so special to you, somewhat like a gift to you. You felt so special. Like, if this was something that was given to me, like a gift, something I looked at it like a gift, why did it have to be taken away? Okay, so thing is, you guys, 2 cards, like I said, came out for this solution. And let's see what these are. Okay. Embrace and concentration. So, okay, it's funny that I'm doing this reading on 11/11 day. There's number 11 right there under embrace. Like I said, and 11 is all about awakening. 11 is a gateway. 11 is about positivity, staying positive, keeping your mind positive, and new beginnings. So, embrace. Whenever, this is how you're going to get past the situation in concentration. Okay. This is when I have to tell you guys to be a little analytical. Don't go so much off of your feelings, because I feel like someone here is more so of, like they say cancers are, more so a person that will go off on their emotions. In this situation, since it has left you so scarred, you're very emotional about it. So when someone new comes into your life, maybe you're the type to, some of you, and well, this is what I was going to say when it came to this. Some of you are the type to move too fast, because of this. And then some of you are the type to move too slow because of this. So for those of you, when it comes to a relationship, are the type to move a little too fast in a relationship because you're just craving this again. You want this again. So be more analytical when you see people come your way. Some people are just who they show themselves to be. If this is a man or a woman and they're coming to you and they are, they don't present themselves well enough, you see that they don't have on nice clothes and their hair is not done, that person is most likely like that in their mind. So we like to give people a chance because they might be poor. Okay, well, think about this, analyze this. Do you know that this person would take better care of themselves? So the person that's not taking care of themselves on the outside, there definitely is because they have not took care of themselves on the inside. So ask yourself, is this person just poor? Would they do better if they had more? If they had more? Or does this person just not care about themselves? So Spirit is just saying concentrate more, and when it comes to concentration, I'm getting to analyze things more, look over things more. So even if it does not have anything to do with love, say that you have a loved one who had passed. I'm trying to see how to put this because you cannot, because it's as if people think emotions come like that's automatic. You will be emotional because someone has passed. But Spirit is asking you to be more analytical in this situation. Why did this person pass? Why was this lovely person taken away from you? Was the person sick? Well, sometimes sickness leads to death. And you can get over that situation when you just say, well, what, the person was sick. Well, what can I do? And sometimes you guys, when a person is sick, it's probably because they wasn't taking too well or too good of themselves. So you can't be asking yourself, why did this person leave me when this person was not doing everything that they should have done to keep themselves on the earth in the first place? So sometimes when it comes to our loved ones leaving us, we like to think that it's about us and it's more so about them and nothing to do with you. And I hate that you were in that situation for this beautiful person, because I really feel like this is a beautiful, lovely person to be taken away from you. But sometimes that person might have put themselves in a situation to leave here. And you're wondering, why did this person leave me? But it's like, they really had no other choice to leave if they weren't doing the things that they should have done to keep us here. So, that doesn't make them a bad person. That just means that they, you know, erred in one way. That just means that they had something to work on in another area that you could have been strong on. It doesn't make them a bad person. And so Spirit's asking you to be more analytical about certain situations, because sometimes when we think, and the thing is, this what I'm saying now would not even be coming to me if I'm not this type of person. I am a extremely analytical type of person. I tell you guys all the time, you have to watch the videos that you're on. Spirit can only give me things that I understand to say. I can't speak on emotion a lot because I'm not an emotional person. So that's why I understand what it means to analyze, because sometimes you cannot you cannot be like me, okay? At this time right now, let me tell you guys something that I've learned. That I know about something that I am extremely good at. So, when it comes to analyzing, and I know sometimes when you look at things more logically, you can be able to process the situation better, because sometimes your emotions are only just emotions, and I have to work on that. I have to work on being more emotional sometimes, but sometimes your emotions just lead you to be to only concentrate on on what happened and not moving away from it, and then you stay there and you just sad all the time. You just use that type of emotion of being sad all the time, and but what else I was saying? Someone had been someone was given something and it was taken away, and spirit's asking you to be more analytical about this. Okay, so think about it, and I know you've seen this too. After all of these years, what have you how have that benefited you now that this thing is not in your life anymore? Did it break anything other than your heart? No. Did it break your bank? Your money? No. Could have, possibly, But did it stop you from moving on? No. So analyze the situation a little bit more. You're just sad because it left you. And so I know how that is. Because, like I was just saying, I'm a Taurus. I really value stuff. And when it leaves me, I be upset. But you can get over this. Just say, was it something that you really needed? Or it just really left you scarred because you really liked it and it valued you so much, and you're wondering, why did this have to leave me? you know? And so think about it. You probably have seen better now. You've overcome that situation, whatever it was that you lost. You know what? I didn't pick this card. I didn't pick this deck, but I can tell you guys something. I lost something one time that I was upset about. And I'll say this, a car. I lost a car. I was still upset about that car, you know, after that for a good while. I was upset about that car. But now the car that I have now, like, it is nothing but a blessing. And I was sitting up there still mourning about this car that I lost. Even got a new car that's way better than that car. And still sitting up here mourning about that car. Sometimes we have to move on from the past, you guys, because the past is just at the past, And I'm sorry that that happened to you, but just think about it. Be more analytical about it and just say, you know what? That situation only broke my heart. We can recover that. I can recover when it comes to that. But it didn't break anything else. So then you'll be able to move on. And for others of you, some of you are really scared to move past this situation because it has traumatized you, and it's like it left you froze. And this is saying embrace. I always say, when I see this card, most of the time I say this, embrace those things that scare you. Instead of being defeated and letting this situation really control you, just, more so embrace this situation. When you are presented with that same situation again, just face the situation. Face it head on. Move toward the situation. So, oh my gosh, you guys, this reminds me of that movie I watched last night, A Wrinkle in Time. And the little girl and the little boy was running to get to the wall. And then the girl noticed, like, what they called it, the evil person was, if you haven't watched that movie, like, I'm so sorry. I have to tell this part. So, that the girl noticed that the bad thing was throwing stuff toward the wall. So she, instead of running from it, the boy was like, no, I'm not fixing to do that. She was like, no, we gotta go back towards this way. She went back towards the bad thing that was coming after them, because she knew if she stayed in that storm or whatever that was, it looked kind of like a storm, then she would be thrown out. she will be thrown into safety because she noticed it was just throwing stuff over there. And I told my son right there, I said, instead of running from the storm, run to the storm sometimes and face it, because sometimes that's the easier way out. I told him that, but I kid you not, the day before I got the revelation, just sitting down talking to Spirit, and Spirit had showed me sometimes people try to go the easy way because everything is so easy, and you go that easy way, it's going to take you forever to get to that wall. But if you stand still where Spirit has you at, and this is helping me right now, I didn't even pick this card. But if you stand still where Spirit has you at and you go through those hard things, you can actually get to where you're going faster, okay? So Spirit is saying, for those of you who was traumatized by something that happened to you and it left you paralyzed, just go through, embrace that situation now. No longer let that situation affect you. Embrace the things that once scared you and go through it. So I'm gonna go. That card took me so long to do. I hope you guys hung in there with me. I had to get that out, so I think some people had to hear me. This is a situation that traumatized you. Wow, see the solution. Wow. And I feel like this is what I'm hearing immediately. So, some people get traumatized because you saw something that you were not supposed to see. Sometimes we just turn a corner and something is there, and it's just the fact that it caught you off guard. You saw it, and it traumatized you. For some of you, you really saw a people for who they are. You saw the person for who they are. You started to see people for who they are. It traumatized you because you really wasn't thinking. You know what? The fact that you are so opposite of these people is what traumatized you. You saw people for who they are, and it has traumatized you. And now it's kind of like years later, you've been traumatized from because now you don't trust. And some people just really saw something spooky, okay? I don't know what that's about, but we're going to see how to get over this situation. Belonging. Okay, belonging. That's what I hear when I hear that. Learning how to trust again. And look at that. See the solution, like I was just saying. Learning how to trust again. Learning how to realize that nobody in this world owes you nothing. And I always say, and I don't know if you guys know what I mean when I say this. I just hope you know what I mean. You owe yourself everything. Because I tell myself that sometimes. And that means that you need to take more care of yourself than more so worried about what anyone else is doing. Like you owe yourself a healthy body. You owe yourself a healthy mindset. You owe yourself healthy living, a nice living, so you can be there for your kids or your husband, so you can just be there for yourself. Don't let whatever negativity that you saw in other people keep you away from meeting new good people. I feel like someone here is afraid to even get pregnant because something that they saw, maybe some spooky situation that they saw. Um, and I really feel like some people saw something spooky, whatever it was, and it left you traumatized. Okay, so for the ones that saw something spooky, this card wasn't giving it to me, so I just had to channel this right quick. It's just like it just really scared you and left you traumatized. The way you can possibly get over this situation is just realizing that it's just that. It was only something that you saw that scared you, and it's not nothing that can touch you or harm you, and it's not that you can end up like that. or um if you're afraid of ending up like that, hey, you have control of your own life. And the things that we can't control, we can't even worry about those things, you know. I posted on Facebook earlier today, if you're going to, if don't, you can't pray and worry. Like, if you're going to worry, then don't pray. We cannot continue to um go off of things in our past and let it worry us so much, and that it just like really handicaps us, and we're afraid to move along. Okay, so the things that we cannot control, don't worry about it, but for the most part you have control over your life. And if you saw somebody doing something and it really has like paralyzed you, and you can't, you're just afraid that it's going to happen to you. Don't go outside of yourself so much to prevent this from happening to you, because you're so scared that this is going to happen to you. Know that it will not happen to you, because you're much stronger than that situation. Okay, so that situation cannot happen to you. And if and I really feel like it's just something that, for some people, something that you cannot change that happened to someone else, something spooky that you saw. Just like I said, just know that it was just only that, something that you just saw, and it just looks scary to you, and it's something that you can't quite get over. But the thing is, it was happening in the past, and if it's not happening now, then it's just that simple. Move away from it and be happy that that was not you. Be happy that whatever that thing that you saw, be happy that thing is not you. Okay, you know that you are not that thing, that you are better than that, and it's going to continue to hunt you if you feel like it's going to happen again, or that it possibly can happen again. Because the thing is, the fact that but most likely, and I know this, it has not happened again, okay? So it's not going to happen again. Usually some stuff like that come just to stop us from our destiny, stop us from our full potential. No longer let anything in the past stop you from where you're going in the future, okay? From this day forward. So I'm thinking that's all I'm getting on that situation. You guys, let me know down in the comments if any of this resonated with you. I like to answer you guys questions if you have some, and if I see them, if I don't see them, then if I don't respond back to you, I just did not see it, and that's all. Like I said, I respond back to everyone unless they just say something like crazy, and then I don't respond. That's all, you guys. Continue to come and grow with me and subscribe. Bye.